Welcome back to another episode of the Momentum Shift podcast. In this episode, we're going to recap our NBA pick'em that we started a few episodes ago, and we're also going to talk about we're going to do another fantasy draft, but this time with some age restrictions on them. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Um, we'll start off with the pick'ems. So these were the games we did it for the 24th of January, and these were the games that took place, and these were our picks. So Nishant, can you state who won and who lost? So I'm just gonna put NA for all the games that we picked the same team, and then NA. Okay, so could you give me the
So
say the results of the games?
yes, I think whether you won this day, but the
Yeah, let's
first
finish
game,
the. Hold on, let's go game by game first.
yeah, so the first game, Raptors won 107-102. So
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
the
Or
Hornets Magic, the Hornets won
I think
107
I would
104,
yeah.
and then Hawks Bucks, Bucks won, and
Yeah.
then the Blazers won.
So that
The
means I win this game. I win this day 4-1. So I guess in terms of total tie, that's one for me, and you're still at zero.
wait, isn't it 3-1 by the way?
No, remember we do the electoral college type system, where whoever wins the day wins the thing.
No, I'm just saying like you won that
The
day
day I
like
won
three to
three
one.
to one, but um, in terms of days won,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. All right. So do you want to do the pick 'em for tomorrow's or
or
today's games?
there's a 1/27, and what are the games?
Um, so the first game is Pistons Cavs,
Yeah,
Kings Magic,
and just keep going through it.
Pacers Hornets,
Yeah,
Bucks Raptors, Lakers Sixers, um, yeah, Bucks. Wait, did I say Bucks? No, Nets Hawks. I think there's some good games that today.
yeah.
I think there's some really good games. Nuggets Heat, Celtics Spurs, Mavericks Jazz, Thunder Suns, Wizards Pelicans, and Timberwolves versus Warriors. So it's a huge slate of games.
And a lot of them are interesting games, like nice ones. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna start us off with Pistons and Cavs. The Pistons are trash. I'm gonna go with the Cavs. What about you?
yeah, for sure. The Cavs are looking at like a pretty decent team this year, and the
Yeah.
Pistons kind of suck except for Jeremy
So
Grant. So
we've got Kings and Magic. I really don't care much about either of the team. I'm just gonna go with the Kings.
same.
Oh wait. Uh yeah. Yeah. Next game, what's your prediction?
Uh, this is a pretty tough pick because the Hornets are like really really good when they're on like in the row, but when they're playing bad, they suck. So I'm just gonna take the Pacers just as a safe pick, kind of.
Yeah, I've also got to go with the Pacers here. So with our next game, Bucks Raptors. This really could go either way. You know, they've got Giannis and all. But I really am just going with a gut feeling with the Raptors here. I'm obviously the
All
Bucks are
right.
a team, but
Um, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go with the safe pick again and take the Bucks, even though the Raptors do have like defenders like Pascal Siakam that can match up.
I've got the Lakers are the best team in the NBA. I'm not betting against them in any game. Simple as that.
Yeah, same. Like I don't know. I just feel like LeBron. If LeBron's playing, it's LeBron.
So Nets versus Hawks. Um, the Nets have struggled quite a bit, especially with Kyrie Irving back. Like they beat the Heat once, but the Heat didn't have Butler or Hero or anyone. They beat them. It was a game up until like the last 30 seconds. So I'm gonna go with the Hawks. And the Hawks have already beaten them once this past year, and then the other game they lost against them, they lost by like 30 points.
I think I'm taking the Nets because I feel like this is gonna be their game where they kind of start playing a little bit better, and the
Is
Hawks
there coming
defense
up
still
already,
hasn't
sorry?
really been that great. Yeah,
Okay. So Nuggets versus Heat. Are Jimmy Butler and the rest of those guys playing or no?
I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna say the Nuggets even if they are playing because the Nuggets are on a 4 game winning streak, and I kind of feel like they're
Okay, so I'm gonna
starting to
go out on a
improve.
limb, and I know that Jokic is a better player, but I just have a feeling that Bam could dominate him.
Yeah, Bam's playing insane right now. He's averaging like 30 over his last 6 games, and he's just
So I'm gonna
his
go with
defense.
here.
Yeah.
Celtics Spurs. As much as I love the Spurs, the Celtics are a better team. Actually, do they have Tatum or is he still out?
I think he's still out, but
And I'm not.
Jalen Brown's really stepping up right now
I
as well.
understand how Jalen Brown's good, and he's probably like top 10, if not maybe even top 5 in terms of trade value in the NBA. But I'm gonna go with the Spurs then because I feel like they've had a pretty good season, and maybe I'm just being a
Yeah,
homer.
yeah. No, yeah, I kind of know what you mean, and they also like they have a really good team. I'm just gonna take the Celtics though because I kind of feel like Kemba's gonna have a good game for some reason.
Okay, Mavericks Jazz.
I got the Jazz. The Jazz are on a how many game winning streak? Let me check. 10 game winning streak. They're so good.
The
Like
Jazz are winning a lot, and they're looking like a really good team, but they don't have the best player. You usually don't want to bet against the team that has the best player, unless that. And in this case, Luca's an All NBA, like truly great player. Thunder Suns. I'm gonna go with the Suns because they've been doing a good job. Thunder have been doing a good job, significantly better than I thought they would, given the talent on their roster. But and the Suns, while they're not contenders or anything just yet, they are looking like a pretty good team.
uh, I'm I'm gonna take the Thunder. It seems like a weird pick, but the Thunder are only 1 game behind the Suns right now, and honestly, like that seems kind of surprising considering you would think the Suns are way ahead, but I feel like Thunder are gonna have a good game. I don't know why.
Respected. Wizards, Pelicans. Honestly, both these teams are trash. I don't know who to pick. Um, the Wizards just played tonight, so they might be a little like I don't know tired or whatever. So I'm gonna go with the Pelicans. Oh, what do you
Yeah,
have?
I mean, I'm gonna take the Pelicans because the Wizards' morale also seems a little bit low. Like if you feel the like coverage about Bradley Beal and stuff tonight and everything, it doesn't seem like a good place.
Warriors here. Um, I don't really. I just feel the
Yeah,
Warriors
I
will
mean,
win the
I
game.
don't think Cat's not even playing right now. Like I don't even know. So there's just no way that the Timberwolves can win.
So, what do you
And
have?
Steph Curry's, yeah, the Warriors because Steph Curry's playing really good, and if Cat's not even playing, then I just don't see the Timberwolves like competing with them.
Okay, I'm just gonna mark these games as NA.
I think this night's gonna be really interesting. There's like a lot of good matchups. Like there's like almost 8 good matchups to be honest. That could go either way.
Okay, so there are one, two, three, four, five,
Can
six
I
games we
can I change one
disagree
of my
on.
picks actually?
You're sure which one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna change the Thunder and Suns pick to the Suns because I actually want to be kind of safe and just
So that's the Thunder Suns thing. Okay, so these are our pick'ems for tonight's slate of games. Yeah, that's basically all we have for this pick'em section. Okay, so I think should we you want to move on to the other part of today's episode, or do you
I
have
mean,
anything else to add?
no, I think we've done um a good job on the pick them so far. So yeah,
Okay, so we'll move on. Let's move on to the next part of our of this episode. We're gonna do the age restricted fantasy draft, and it's comparable. It's similar to the last fantasy draft. I'm just gonna write the rules down here really quick. Um, Players can play any position. Uh, yeah, players can play any position. Do you want to put limits on the talent we can get, or do you think there aren't like any MVP type players? You can just take the best team possible.
um, I think we should just judge it based on how it's going. Like for example, how we kind of limited Anthony Davis in the last one, and just based on like
Where
if there's a
he
player
is
that
overpowered, sort of.
yeah, like if there's a player that we think that isn't like that there's nobody that we can compete against, then you
We'll
gotta
just make it sort of
like
arbitrary, or we can just object to the other thing. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do a serpentine order?
Oh, like is that
Yeah.
where I get
Yeah.
2 picks and
Bench
you get
and
two?
yeah.
Sure. I mean that's kind of fair because it makes it so that the first pick isn't as valuable.
Okay. So, let me stop the share and get a coin clicker so we can go for the first pick.
I think we both know who the first pick is gonna be. So
We're doing. Are we doing under 25 or above 25? We above 30.
under 25.
Okay. Actually, we all know who that's
Wait,
gonna be.
by the way,
Let
instead of
me.
doing above 30, do you want to do like above 32? Because I feel like there's a few players that are like
All right. Sure.
31 and stuff that are really, really
Okay.
good.
So heads or tails,
That's
and it is tails. So I get first pick. Interesting. Um. Yeah. Okay. So over 32 for this. Okay. So, um, let's not waste too much time. It's obviously gonna be Luka. What do you have?
I'll take Jokic, 25,
What position? Center for power forward.
center.
Okay, I want to make it fair, but there's a player who I think I sort of have to take at this point. But if I take him, it'll be a bit.
Dude, there's actually a lot of players that I'm gonna
Are
take.
we
Okay,
sure he's? Are we sure he's not 25?
oh wait, is under 25 mean not like does 25 count for under 25? Or
I don't know. Do you want it to be 25 and under or just under 25?
I'm okay with I'm okay with either. What do you want to do?
Let's do just under 25.
All right, then I'll take Jason Tatum first. And then this is tough. I have like 3 players in mind. All right, I'm gonna take Bam Adebayo for my center.
Okay, so now you're not gonna take a big, so I don't have to. I really don't have to go for the bigs at all. I'm gonna go with a player who I'm gonna do the same strategy I did sort of last time, and I'm just gonna take Jalen Brown. Actually, is he 25?
No, he's like 23. You're fine. You're 24. He's pretty young.
Okay, then I get the next pick also. I'm gonna have to go with let's think. Who's another good player under 25? I don't need his scoring, so he's probably gonna get neglected by me. Is there like a 3 and D type guy I can get? No, Trae Young would make this team overpowered. And I don't like the hole he brings on defense, the liability he is on defense. Um, I have a player in mind for my big, but I don't need to take him now. I can take him pretty much last overall. I think. Sort of gonna swoop up another guard, just so you can't get another guard. So let's just think of what are all the good young guards in the NBA. Trae Young, if you take Trae Young, there's no reason for me to take him. I don't know. Are you gonna take Trae Young, or do you think that's not fair? Or do you want to, or like
Yeah,
are you
I was thinking about it, but I don't know.
okay? Let me just think. I won't take Trae Young then. I'm gonna
No,
I'm
you
gonna
can
go
take
with
him. You can take him.
I'm fine. Actually, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna move everyone up a position, and then I'm gonna put Luca here, and then I'm gonna put Ja Morant here.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna take Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell.
Those are two insanely talented picks, insanely good picks. Uh, where do they go?
So for Ben Simmons at small point guard for now, and then Donovan Mitchell shooting guard, but I might change it based on who I pick.
Those were two like insane picks. I can't lie. That was amazing. Okay. Power forward and center. Sort of want to go small, but I don't know. Let me just think. What kind of players do I even want on this team? Do I want like Jaren Jackson Jr. or something like that, or You
I mean,
already
I have
got
a pick for you if you want him.
what?
I have an option for you if you want me to give
What?
you one.
Who is it?
Zion, but I don't know if you like him.
I mean, he got Ben Simmons, so he's gonna. I thought he can. Do I want him? Let me think. No, I'm gonna take Jason Tatum, doppelganger Brandon Ingram.
All right,
Like doppelganger in the sense they have a similar play style.
I'm gonna take Trey Young and move Ben Simmons to small forward.
Okay, so your team's looking
Dang.
really scary right now. So I need to get the perfect center to balance it all out. I'm gonna let's just think who are the best centers in the NBA. I have to pick one of them. Is Karl Anthony
Wait,
Towns?
how old is Porzingis?
He should be above 25. Can you search it up?
Oh, he's 25.
Okay. Jokic is also 25. I can't take him. Plus
Towns is
he
also 25.
what?
Towns is also 25. Dang.
Who?
Anthony Towns, he's also 25.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm really gonna have to take an L on this one if I have to pick him, but I really don't see any other option. Actually, I'm just gonna get radical and take Zion Williamson. It was either
Honestly,
him or like
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like either him or James Wiseman or like Marvin Bagley, and I didn't want to take those guys. So
or
look,
Sabonis, but I don't know.
no.
Um, Dude, Zion. I mean, Zion is like equally in size with Bam. You know, Bam is like only 6'9" and Zion's like
Probably,
6'8". So
he's probably like lighter than him.
yeah, well,
Also,
yeah, see, yeah. So Zion actually matches up really well, and then
okay, so
they,
bench guys. Um, wait a minute. I realized if it was 25 and younger, I could have taken someone that would have made my team unstoppable. But if you took Jokic, I could have just taken Giannis, and my team would have been unbeatable. But
oh my God, Giannis is okay. Yeah, that would be.
actually, no, I think he's 26 now. He might have just turned 26, but
All right,
maybe.
wait. So do I?
Bench. I'm gonna go first with bench, and let's just think who are the best. Okay, at power forward, I'm gonna go with John Collins. Actually, yeah, John Collins.
Dang. I actually like him. He's on my fantasy team. All right, I'm gonna take Michael Porter Jr. at small forward. So that's scoring. The defense is kind of bad, but he brings an offensive side. And
Okay,
then
so at
wait, I get another
power,
pick, right?
okay, good pick, yeah.
And then I'm gonna take Domantas Sabonis for center.
I was literally about to take him. Okay, it's fine. I've got a, I feel like a young guard, probably. Oh, he already took Donovan Mitchell.
Dang, we forgot a guy that I just remembered. I don't know
I'm
how old he is. Let me check.
just think of the years past and who've been the
I have a
best.
pick for you if you want him.
Who
Actually, I have to Booker and Jamal Murray.
I'm I was thinking of Jamal Murray for my starting lineup, but I don't know if I need him. But actually, you took Michael Porter Jr., who's terrible at defense. So maybe Jamal Murray's fine for me, but I just wanted just a big team in general, but I'm gonna bring Jamal Murray. Actually, no, I'm taking Booker,
Oh, you have another pick, so
and then I'm also gonna take Jamal Murray.
all right. Dang. Okay, so I think I'm gonna. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna take De'Aaron Fox at point guard, and then dang. There's this guy. All right, I'm gonna take Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at shooting guard.
Okay.
Oh no, no, actually, can I change that? Colin Sexton. Wait, is
Okay.
he?
So
How old is he? Let me check.
he's probably under 25, probably 23 or 24.
He's 22. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
But
let's think of who are the best. Um, I need a good big man. Now you already took Sabonis. You've already got Bam, and I already went radical with Zion. So maybe I just continue the theme. Domantas Sabonis isn't like one of those like back down punishing you to the back to the basket type bigs. So I might just go small again. And who do I select here?
you could
Maybe I
take
just take two small forwards or something, and then
Luke Collins.
yeah, I'm gonna do something that he sort of isn't the best player, but I think he fits this role really well in DeAndre Hunter. And then I'm gonna move Collins here, and then I'm gonna go with another small forward type player here, and I'm gonna take um Gary Trent Jr. No, Hunter moves here. Wait, is Gary Trent under 25?
Which is he's 22.
Yeah. All right, your pick.
Uh, Jonathan Isaac.
So I feel for like our last bench player, we didn't take the best players probably on the board. We just took the ones that fit best. Okay, so Trey Young and John Morant. Who do you think?
I think at this moment Trae Young's way better, but like you never know with their developments, you know.
Okay, Luka
Morant,
Doncic.
yeah, look
Uh,
better than Mitchell.
Jalen Brown and Ben Simmons. That's really interesting because I think Jalen Brown might be a better player, but for your team, Ben Simmons might have a better role with his defense and possible playmaking. Actually, now that I think about it, Trey Young, an edge he has on John Morant is his playmaking. When John Morant isn't a great playmaker as Trey Young is, but is he really uh if you don't need Trae Young's playmaking because you've already got Bam and Ben Simmons and Mitchell who are pretty good playmakers in their own right, why would you need Trae Young's playmaking?
I mean,
So
I
I'll
picked
give
him
you
up
the
for
edge
the
here, but
shooting.
maybe we like make this sort of a tie in terms of that because I get that he's a
I think
better shooter,
uh,
but I've also got like other than Zion, all three of these guys can light it up. So I don't think I
I
need
think you
shooting.
I think I'm the point guard edge, but I think the small forward is a tie personally because I feel like um
Okay. Okay.
if
Anyways,
if Vincent gets in the playoffs, he kind of doesn't like on the shooting side. He isn't really that big of a factor on the offensive side. If I mean, he does have shooters around him though, so maybe that could change. But I don't know.
so I think Jason Tatum and Brandon Ingram are sort of like clones of each other, except Ingram's slightly worse. So I'm gonna give you the edge here.
Can
And
I make a trade?
on what
Can I trade?
trade?
Yeah.
Who?
Tatum for Brown.
No.
All right. Okay. Just wondering.
All right. Zion Williamson and Bam Adebayo. I'm gonna give myself the edge here, unless you
Yeah,
really
thank you.
disagree, because I think Bam might be a better player right now, but I don't think he can really. I think he would have a decent chance of handling Zion's like size, but I don't need Zion to score a million points again in this scenario. And the rebounding edge, he's a bit taller. Where Zion's like 6'6", he's 6'10" or something. My other players, Brent Ingram's, he's called the Slenderman. Jalen Brown's also like super like compact and dense for his frame. Luka averages more rebounds per game than any of these guys, and John Morant, I don't know, it could be a decent rebounder.
I think for me, like, my lineup is kind of just built more around roles, so it's kind of hard. It's really hard to compare. Your lineup has like a lot of studs and stuff that are like really really good at scoring and that kind of stuff. So I think it's hard to compare, like, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I feel like
Okay,
our lineups
let's
are
go to
kind
the
of evenly
bench.
matched.
So the
All right,
bench, this is going to be a bit controversial, but I feel honestly my 1 through 4 are better than your 1 through 4 because I feel okay. So these two are just better players on their own, and they can score better and do everything these can just better.
I
And
think
then Gary
Sexton's better
Trent
than
Jr.
Murray though.
I think he can't create his own shot, but he's a sniper. And while Michael Porter Jr. can, you won't need that as much. And he's also 3-and-D type guy, which is perfect to balance out Murray and Mitchell. Same with DeAndre Hunter. He's a lockdown defender and a decent, pretty good shooter. Um, and John Collins, just as a player, him and Sabonis are pretty similar. But same thing with Ingram and Tatum. I think Collins is just does the same things as Sabonis, just slightly worse.
I mean, to me, I think Jonathan Isaac's better than DeAndre Hunter because if you look at his defensive stats and everything, he's like a top. He's been a top 5 defender in the league when he's healthy, and he just never is healthy. That's his issue. But like if he is healthy, he's like a lockdown defender. And then I feel like if you're comparing Sexton and Murray, I mean, are you putting Booker as shooting guard? Because then Booker would beat out Sexton. But I think Sexton's better than Jamal Murray right now.
No way.
I don't know.
Jamal Murray was the best point guard in the league in the playoffs last year, and this year he hasn't like he plays sort of like in the last like playoffs last sort of years so to speak. He's played sort of like LeBron where he sort of doesn't play at the same level. But and I agree it's a small sample size, but he's a young player so it's most of what we have
But
to go off
it's
of.
like his playoff stats are similar to Colin Sexton's regular season stats, and Jamal Murray that considerably drops off in the regular season. He's averaging 19, like 4 and 4 right now.
He averaged like 30 something, and him and Mitchell were like right there, going blow for blow. So
I don't know, but like Colin Sexton was I checked this like a few days ago, but he was averaging 27, and like he just seems like
yeah, but
at
it's
the
only
moment
very
he just
recently.
seems
It's been like 5 games, and
he's
these
also
are
better.
regular season games. Jamal Murray did it in the playoffs.
I don't know, but Colin Sexton's also like a better defender. I don't know. It's just kind of controversial because
All right, I'll
there's
give you the
like
edge here. I'm gonna. I don't. I think we'll just go with a tie here because I feel Hunter's better. You feel he's better. Gary Trent Jr. and Michael Porter. I think he's better on offense, but my guy sort of fits the role better. But do you think you got the edge here?
um well see in my team, Michael Porter Jr. is gonna have a lot more of like the ball in his hands because Isaac can supposed to swing the ball that much. But on your team, you have Booker and Murray and John Collins. Like I feel like your team like like fits his role better, but on my team, Michael Porter Jr. fits his role better, so it's kind of hard to like make a comparison because
So
um
who are you saying? Who are you saying? Which is the better
I,
pick?
I mean I think it's a tie like to me because based on how our teams are built, they're both equally like as important to me.
Because look, I mean, De'Aaron Fox isn't too much of an ISO scorer. Colin Sexton is. So is Sabonis. And then I don't know, like the same thing where is he gonna have the ball in his hands as much? Whereas I think Gary Trent Jr. with these two being sort of ISO type scorers, the 3-and-D role he fits it better because he doesn't need the ball in his hand, whereas Michael Porter Jr. does, and I just don't see how
No, but
these two
I feel like Michael
share the
Porter Jr.
ball.
Could be like my like
And
De'Aaron
then
Fox
on
doesn't
top of
really
that,
score,
and then
right?
on top of that, he's one of the worst defenders in the entire league. So,
No, but I
um,
know, but what I'm saying is like Devin Booker and Jamal Murray need the ball in their hands a lot more than like De'Aaron Fox and Colin Sexton play make the ball a little bit more than they do, and I feel like
wait, can I make
um
a change? Can I make a change then?
yeah.
Okay, and I'm already gonna give myself the edge because he's gonna fit my role way better. I'm gonna go with LaMelo Ball. He's 6'8" or something like that. He can play make his playmaking's out of this world. He's decent on defense, and he again, if these two don't play make incredibly well, he certainly does. And I think this just gives me the edge. Say with shooting also and all that, he doesn't, and he can sort of be the playmaker for this team.
You know what? I'm gonna just to like combat like you, I guess I'm gonna replace Michael Porter Jr. with Lonzo and just play like a 6'6"
Hey,
player
my
at
guy's better.
small forward. I mean, you guys might be better, but I think my guy has more experience and like your guys more potential. But at this very moment, I feel like it's kind of hard to compare, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so and then these two, I think I've got the edge on the guards, unless you seriously disagree.
I mean, I think that's context better than Jamal Murray, but that's
All right, fine. I'll do this, and then you
whatever.
have to agree on better.
I mean, I also think that De'Aaron Fox. I don't know.
Okay, De'Aaron
It's
Fox is not better than Jamal Murray. He's never been comparable. Context and I agree in the last 5 games.
but
Probably
a lot of people think
this
De'Aaron
better.
Fox is better. A lot
What?
of people think De'Aaron Fox is better than Jamal
No one
Murray.
says De'Aaron Fox is better than Jamal
Yeah,
Murray. People are putting
I
people are putting Jamal Murray in the same breath as like Steph Curry So I don't think Darren Fox ever been put in the. He's been put in the same breath as Trey Young or John Morant, the best ascending young guards. Jamal Murray was in the best guards, like regardless of age or
I don't know. I don't even think. I don't know. It's. I mean, maybe you're right, but um, I feel like my team, my team's like built differently than your team, so it's hard to compare. I guess. But in terms of players, you might have the advantage.
All right. So do you want to move on to the over 32 theme?
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the coin flipper. Okay, share screen. So you want to
But
go
like,
ahead?
can we not have LeBron like as an option? Can we just not?
All right, sure. I think everyone's just gonna take him. It's the obvious pick.
Yeah, exactly. But
So
I feel like
I'm gonna go heads or tails this time, and I'm gonna go with heads. Okay, it's heads. Um, stop the share. I think I know who you're. Uh, it's we're both gonna take one of these guys, so I'm not sure who, but I'm gonna take Kevin Durant and put him at center.
wait, isn't Durant 32 though?
Are we not allowing guys like
Bro,
32 and older, or what are we doing?
actually, that's fine. That's fine. Like, I'll take Curry then. Actually, no, it's your pick, right? No, actually, it's my pick. So
You get two picks.
I'll take Curry
Yeah.
and think, um, I'll take Chris Paul just to not give you a point guard.
Okay, so that's really convenient for me actually because now I don't need to take the guard until the absolute end. I'm just gonna stack up on these guys because you have to still take them. Um, I should think who are the older forwards who can do something. Now I'm just gonna wonder who how old is he? Oh man, he's 31. Okay.
Who are we talking about?
James Harden. Maybe I take James Harden, put him at power forward or something. But oh man, he's also 31.
Well, this is only also for only one season, just to make sure that um,
Yeah,
like
because these guys, we're talking about them right now. We're not talking about them 5 years down the road because then most of these guys wouldn't even be in the league, right?
yeah.
So I'm just trying to go through. I need two players. I know I have to go with the forwards. Let's just think who are the best forwards that can be there. What about no, never mind. He's too young. Uh, okay. So we've already taken down LeBron. So let's just think. LeBron's he's so old at 36, but I don't know. I don't need a guard. Um, okay, my team is about to fall off a cliff here, but I'm gonna go with LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's actually who I was gonna take. That's not that big of a cliff.
I mean, comparing to the other guys, maybe. Okay, then I'm gonna move Durant here and put LaMarcus Aldridge here, and then I get my other pick. Who am I gonna take for the other pick? It's no, he's not good enough. Uh, might be too old. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Actually, I'm gonna keep with the trend of bigs, and I'm gonna put LaMarcus Aldridge here. I'm gonna put Mark Gasol here, and I'm gonna put Kevin Durant here. Right, your two picks.
I'll take Millsap and Horford.
Uh, where they go?
Millsap power forward, Horford center. Just two defenders that are decent, and
Yeah,
Horford's
so
actually.
these two are from me, so I'm gonna go with so I know who one of my guards is gonna be. I'm just wondering, do I take the other one, or do I need him, or um yeah, I'm gonna take Rondo, and yeah, I'm gonna put Kyle Lowry. I feel it would have been nice to keep two big guys, two big guards here, but I can't really think of two big guards off the top of my head. So
I'm gonna take Trevor Ariza for the small forward, and then for the first bench player, JJ Redick at shooting guard.
you pick actually JJ Redick.
At shooting guard.
Okay, now okay, who are the best? Okay, I'm gonna have to go with these two guys. I'm gonna go with Aaron Baines here, and then Joe Ingles here.
I'm gonna take uh, Lou Williams and PJ Tucker. And PJ Tucker can play power forward, and Lou Williams point guard.
Okay, now I've got to pick some guards, but I think I'm sort of tempted to just go with a bunch of big guys. Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do with um oh I forgot he's still on the board. Okay, so with at point guard I'm gonna take Goran Dragic, and then at small forward I'm gonna take Rudy Gay. Your pick.
All right. I am. I wonder if I should take this guy. I feel like whatever. I'm gonna take Iguodala for small forward and with Tucker to power forward.
And who?
Yeah. Iguodala for small forward,
And what's the other guy?
and then for center, I'm thinking of DeAndre Jordan, but I don't know. Give me a second.
He's 32.
He kind of sucks right now, though. Like I don't really.
He is
Um,
exactly 32. Okay. So yeah, you can take him if you want.
I guess he's like only option at this point. Like, you kind of took Aaron Baines for one, so wait. Actually, I'm gonna take Thaddeus Young. He's better. DeAndre Jordan just sucks right now. Like he's like the reason I'm not losing these games. And
So I thought maybe I was really thinking, do I take another big guy? Because you've got two tiny guys here who are defensive liabilities, but I'm just gonna go with Mike Conley.
you know what? Um I'm gonna move. You know that's really weird. I'm not gonna do that actually. I was thinking of moving Chris Paul to the bench and moving Redick to the starting lineup, but I need some of the defense. So
That's
I'm
actually
actually gonna move.
an idea. I'm thanks for the idea. I'm gonna move Aaron Baines here, and I'm gonna move uh Marcus Gasol here.
All right, I'm gonna actually move Ariza to the bench and move Tucker to the starting lineup because I need a.
Okay, so let's just go through this again. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's not
I
debating one.
you Durant.
Under your Kyle Lowry or Chris Paul, I feel they sort of do the same thing. They just do like the small things. They lead their team.
I think
Um,
Chris Paul's a little bit better right now though. Just a little
do
bit,
you need the
but
playmaking with Steph Curry? Okay, actually, no one else in your team is actually a great playmaker, so I'll give you the edge here. I get the edge in this one, and I also get the edge in this one. And then what about this one? What do you think here?
um, I think I get the edge, but I don't really know. Like I feel
I
like
feel Aaron Baines, he's a good shooter, and I feel other than even Rondo shot at an amazing rate in the playoffs. So I think Aaron Baines is a better shooter, and neither of them are great defenders
Is he? But what do you mean? Al Horford is like an all NBA caliber defender.
from 10
I
years
mean,
ago.
not really, because if he's still playing as good. I feel like he doesn't really have the
No,
opportunity.
none
Because,
of these guys are really all NBA
no,
caliber
no,
at
but
all.
no, but Aish,
None of
if
them have
you
gone the game.
no his like his role got diminished because he plays with Embiid now, and everything he used to do kind of
Yeah, but
got
now,
like,
like he's the main center now, and it's not like he's a defensive player or anything crazy like that. So and I think Aaron Baines can also block and do decent
but
things.
how much better of a shooter is Aaron Baines than like Al Horford? And also Horford's also
He was
better
like
defender.
40% on 6 attempts a game
I know,
last year.
but I don't know. Like Horford puts up like really good rebounding and assisting numbers. I just feel like
He gets like 8 rebounds
Horford.
a game or something like that.
Do you ever like to like obviously he's not as good as he was on the Celtics or the Hawks, but like do you remember those years where he was like
He
locking down
averages
Giannis?
11 points. Okay, he shoots 42% from the field, and he gets 2 assists. Let's compare it to Aaron Baines' stats. And Aaron Baines he averages less points, but he shoots better. He averages less rebounds and less
Okay,
assists.
he doesn't really shoot
Should have
better though.
what?
This season he's not shooting better, but
That
I don't
consist
really know.
this season they're both shooting terrible, but I feel he gets less minutes a game. So I feel he gets less minutes, so you have to give his stats a bit of a boost in terms of
Do you wanna just make it a tie because we both have like different opinions on who's better? All right, and then
I think I
for
get the
this
edge
one,
here. Yeah.
you? I mean, I guess it's the
Yeah,
defense, but
Dragic was amazing in the last year's playoffs, whereas Lou Williams is too busy eating chicken wings or whatever. Mike Conley or JJ Redick. I think JJ Redick's better on the offensive side of the ball, but he's a liability on defense. What do you think?
I I think Mike Conley would have been better if it was like 3 4 years ago, but last year he just and this year he. I mean, I don't really watch many Jazz games to see, but last year he kind of just sucked. And
I think
I don't
maybe
know if
you sort of have to give him extra credit because he's. I think they're being a good team, so do you give him extra credit for them being a winning team, or no?
um not I don't know, not really, because I feel like that credit goes to Donovan Mitchell and even Jordan Clarkson more than him. But um I feel like JJ Redick, he's just such a good shooter that like
He's
on a
such a
stack
shooter,
like team like
is
this.
he? I know he was, and he's made his whole career off of it, but like he's shooting 30% from 3 point this year, 30%, and
But
33% from the field.
he's not
Okay,
really playing.
this isn't
No,
really a
but
dip.
no,
Mike
no.
Conley, on the other hand, is shooting 42% from three, 46% from the field. He's averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists a
Okay,
game.
but no, it's just like the first few games. If you look, like, if you just look at last season, he
No,
shot
no, no,
40,
if
60%.
you look at their stats, it's not comparable. Come on, this is
No,
like
it's I still think like no, you're looking at like 15, 16 games. Like if you look at last season, like Redick like outmatched him so much. Like there's no comparison last year.
so
And
let's go to their like season type of stats, stats year by year, sort of. Okay, so last season, do you want to go to 2019-20?
yeah, Redick shot 45% from
He shot
three.
15 points per game, 15 points per game, and he shot 45% from three and um 45% in total. Meanwhile, Mike Conley averaged uh but he played less minutes and he played less games because he was injured. He shot almost as good, no, not almost good, but decently good from three. His shooting percentage was worse, but he had what is it called? He had more steals, more assists, more rebounds, more
I
all
mean,
those
it was like
categories.
it's like 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Like I mean, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. I
That's
feel like
more
it's
than
not really.
2 rebounds and 2 assists.
I don't know. I feel like
He
and
averages double the rebounds and double the assists. How can you double, man?
I know, but like just double isn't like that. It's not like
That's
ties
last
to
year.
something.
That's last year. You can make an argument that JJ Redick's a worse player, especially considering the other guy was injured a lot, and this season it's not a comparison. This season he's averaging 16. He averages like 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and he's shooting way better than him. I
I
mean,
don't know.
I understand it's 15 games, but that is a decently large sample size. It's like it's not like one bad game throws it off now. So I don't know. If you really, really are adamant that JJ Redick's better, maybe,
I
but
feel
I
like
don't.
JJ Redick fits the role better because, like, unless you want, because Conley needs the ball in his hands a lot more.
You don't have a playmaker though.
I mean, I feel like Lou Will can play make like a little bit, and I'm also gonna have Chris Paul lead the second unit, like kind of how even though he's starting, he's gonna be like he's gonna be like
So
the guy
then,
that
so
like
then,
stays in.
so then we'll move JJ Redick up here.
Um, kind no, but because then like Chris Paul loses edge against Kyle Lowry, you know.
So then you
I guess
can't
he
have Chris Paul give you the edge in two things. That's not fair. I'm taking the edge. That's it. No, that's it.
no. You know what I'm
Here,
saying? I'm saying like
so
no,
Trevor Ariza,
no,
if you ask
you know what I'm
Trevor
saying?
Ariza's garbage
Wait,
this
no, I'm saying
year, yeah,
no,
well,
no. Redick has the edge over Conley. Like I
no
don't know.
way.
Like
In which way is he better this season?
okay, but it's not this season. Like if you take him for if you were taking him for like just like getting I don't know if I wanted to build a team and
Yeah,
JJ
these
Redick
guys are
like fits
old.
the team
These
up
guys
better.
are old. So when you say it's not this season, you can't use like the last 5 years of their career
I'm not
because
using
those are
last
the
5
best
years. I'm
years.
just using
They're
last
only getting
year. Like
worse.
no, I'm just using last year. I'm not. I don't
He was
know.
injured last year, and you can make an argument that Mike Conley had equally as good, if not better, of a season. And this year, there's no argument. So there's,
See, Conley,
I refuse to believe. There's simply no way you can say JJ Redick's better.
the Jazz had a better record without Conley than they did with Conley. Like and
And you know
I
they
don't
had
know.
a the Pelicans had a losing record, so they lost more
But
games than they won with
but they
JJ Redick.
but not no they didn't because
They lost. They
like
lost. They had a losing season. There's no way they could have won more games with Redick. And he played too many games. It's not like he played 10 games and they won all 10. So, um, yeah, there's no debate. Come on.
I think I mean I think my guys like it's just and honestly for
If
the
you think
role
he's
they're
better, you
playing.
think he's slightly better. If you look at the stats this year, let's just do a side by side comparison of their stats. Okay, Mike Conley, and then the other one we'll do JJ Redick. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share and I'm gonna share a new screen here on this. So JJ Redick, these are his stats: 20 minutes per game, 8 points, 33% from the field, 30 from three. This is a
This
3 point
season was
sniper. Remember, this is a 3 point sniper who shoots 30% from three, a rebound and an assist. Mike Conley, on the other hand, 42% from three, absolute sniper from three. And look at these attempts: 5 attempts, 9 attempts, 7 attempts, and he averages 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 16 and a half points per game, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, double what he averages, double
I know
double the
I feel like
rebounds,
it's just too small of a sample
double
size.
the quadruple the assists, triple the assists. Sorry, actually no, it's almost it's like yeah, 4 times more than 4 times the assists.
I don't know. I feel like it's just not a big enough
Not
sample
debate.
size.
No, this is. What do you mean? It's a small sample size. 15. It's 15 games
But then
already.
in that case, I feel like Al Horford should have the edge over Aaron Baines if you're using like just this year's statistics. I don't know.
What?
If you're gonna put like Mike Conley over J. Redick in terms of this year's statistics, you should put Al Horford over Aaron Baines because Al
He's not a
Horford
bad
hasn't been.
team. He's on a bad team. He can do whatever he wants. He gets more minutes. All that. Their minutes.
Who?
The minutes in JJ and Mike Conley are still somewhat comparable.
I know, but
And Mike Conley's
even
playing. He's playing under a superstar guard. His best player. His best guard is
he's the
Lonzo
starting
Ball.
point guard, you know. No, Bledsoe gets more like touches than Lonzo
Because Eric
gets
Bledsoe
anyway.
is known as a choker. There's a reason the Bucks got rid of it.
I know, but he gets more touches. Like Redick doesn't really get that much usage, and Conley always has the ball in his hands. If you watch,
That's his play style.
I know, but then
You can't hold that against Conley because that's just
Horford has the advantage like, over Baines then, right? Because like
what neither of them need the ball in their hand. He's a catch and shoot guy. And with Kevin Durant and all these guys with playmaking, there's no and you're not gonna
I don't know,
argue that
if Conley's not a catch and shoot guy. Conley's a guy that takes shots off the dribble. So
I'm not talking about Conley. I'm talking about
I know, but I know I'm just saying
and then here,
like no,
other
JJ
than
Redick is
Goran
my catch
Dragic,
and shoot guy. Like that's I'm using the same logic as you are. You know what I
this
mean?
isn't a debate. I mean, look at their
But
stats
no,
from this. They're not in the same
Al
league.
Horford, Al Horford's better than Aaron Baines more than Conley is better than Redick, in my opinion.
Hell no, no way.
Yeah.
Look, their stats. If you want to say Al Horford's better in terms of stats, okay, but they're still in the same ballpark. He has double the points, double the rebounds, triple
Al
the
Horford is
assists.
triple. Al Horford has triple the points, like triple, like almost everything of
Okay,
Aaron
how
Baines
many
as
points
well.
per game does he average?
Let me check.
And how many games has Aaron Baines played in? If he plays 4 minutes a game on what's his name? It's not on the Raptors team, which is a good team. There's no
Are
comparison.
they a good team though? They're like,
Yeah, they are.
oh,
I mean, they've lost a lot of games, but it's all like Pascal Siakam had he missed two straight game winners, and then there's another game that they're like right in there till the end. Okay, let's just move on to
okay.
Rudy Gay or Trevor Ariza. Um,
I know,
I think
but
Rudy
then
Gay is
shouldn't? No, I'm saying I just don't want you to give the tie between Al Horford and Aaron Baines if you're going to give yourself an advantage from Conley and Redick. That's just what I'm saying.
my point is
Horford.
if you wanna argue Al Horford is better, then you can make that argument. But I can say he fits this role better because Al Horford sort of needs the ball a little bit more in his hands because you can say he playmakes and he does things like that at a decent level for the center. But with Steph Curry and Chris Paul, two of the best playmakers in the whole NBA, you don't need him to do any of that. And
I don't
Mike
even
Conley,
want.
on the other hand,
I think
Mike
Al
Conley, on the other
Horford
hand,
is a no. But I'm just saying I think Al Horford is going to be more of a playmaker than Steph Curry. I don't really need Steph Curry to playmaker. I can just let him shoot
you're
the
saying
ball and
Al
Al
Horford is
Horford
more
be
of a playmaker than Steph Curry,
no
the guy
in
who
this
averages like
team.
what 8 assists per game, and his off-ball gravity creates like if you
No,
adjust.
in this, no. What I'm saying is in this team, like Steph Curry is gonna be the guy that doesn't need to play make because I'm gonna use Al Horford as a playmaker. That's just what I'm saying. I guess.
Okay, are you gonna? I'm gonna move Marc Gasol here. Do you agree Marc Gasol is better than Al Horford?
Um, I don't know. Like, I don't really know how good Marcus Gasol has been this year.
If you see him play make for the Lakers in their second unit, it's like whatever the same role Rondo filled, he fills to a similar extent this year. And he doesn't play amazing defense, but neither does Al Horford. And if you want to say good defender, he's a defensive player of the year. So and Al Horford's never anything close to that.
But
So
what do you mean? Al Horford was like snubbed for defense player of the year one year. He was,
no, he
and
wasn't.
Gasol,
He was never considered defensive player of the year.
Al Horford's made all NBA all defensive first teams.
How many times? See,
Let me check.
let's check his career accolades.
I think he's made one or two actually. But he was you can't really use that much of a defensive argument because, like, and
Why
it was the
not?
year that,
What a defensive player of the year.
but the defense player of the year was also all NBA,
Also,
all defensive second team.
let's not forget Mike Conley. I mean, Mike Conley is a decent defender, whereas what's his name? Uh, JJ Redick is a serious liability on defense.
No, but I'm not
It's not
comparing the
even
players. I'm
fair.
comparing the players based on their roles. You know, I don't know.
He's been on all defensive second team. All he's managed.
How many
Okay,
times has Gasol been on the first team though?
because all the defensive player of the year, the best
But
defender in the whole league.
he didn't deserve that. Like that was
That's what
no,
everyone gave. That's
he
what
was
they
not even
did.
a top five defender that year.
Okay, I'm not gonna say he deserved that or he didn't, but it's certainly better than anything Al Horford has done, and he's a better playmaker in lesser
He's not a
minutes.
better playmaker.
If he is,
He's not a better I don't know. Al Horford's like the best playmaker from the center position other than Jokic, in my opinion.
he averages 3.4 assists a game.
I know, but like just based on his talent and what he's done, it just I don't know.
That's what
Like
he's done, not what he can do.
Gasol's
Remember,
averaging one assist per game. Gasol's averaging one assist per game though, on 11 PER.
it's the same.
Um,
It's the same as uh uh Al Horford on a trash team in more minutes. If we go to their per 36, Marc Gasol averages more. So
really?
yeah. Look at his per 36. Per 36 this season, Al Horford averages 3.2 assists per game. And per 36, where is it? He averages 3.6. And he averages 3 blocks a game.
All
He's
right,
a
I don't
better
know.
defender.
Whatever.
And he averages, there's no comparison. He's better here. And then Rudy Gay, Trevor Ariza. Because also another argument, you can make the argument for those things, but what about the other side of the ball? Mike Conley is a decent defender. I'm not going to say he's anything special, but JJ Redick's one of the worst defenders in the entire league, and that seriously has to drag him down. Especially when you consider his backcourt mate isn't Klay Thompson or Jalen Brown who can cover up for him. He's also a serious defensive liability. Where again, I'm
Wait,
not
who?
saying Goran Dragic isn't anything special, but he's not Lou Williams. And
Wait,
then
who's backcourt? Wait, whose backcourt mate is anything special?
Goran Dragic is nothing special. He can't cover up for Mike Conley or something. Like he's not Jalen Brown or Klay Thompson or something, but he's not as bad as Lou Williams. And then okay, let's just move on. So Rudy Gay or Trevor Ariza.
Uh, I think Ariza is a better shooter, but like Rieger is a better role player. But I think for my team, Ariza like that's better if that
Why?
makes sense.
You don't have playmaking. You need playmaking.
Taddy Sang's also he's actually a pretty good playmaker. Iguodala is a good playmaker. I'm gonna have Chris Paul leading my second unit, who's like arguably the second best playmaker after
Okay,
LeBron.
we just had a discussion. You can't have him on the second unit.
No, I'm saying he's leading the second. Like if a game happened, like Chris Paul would be in the game when the second unit's
You're
in, and
using
then
him as an edge again on Kyle Lowry, so that doesn't that's not how it works.
okay, no, but see if like we can't be looking at it from
Want
a player to player.
move him if he's leading the second unit, move him down to the
No,
second
no,
unit.
but no, but no. So like he's gonna play like 30 minutes, while some people in the second unit are only gonna play like 18 minutes, right? So I'm just saying like you can't be looking at it from like a player to player perspective because like even if you look at the Rockets when they had Westbrook and Harden, one of them was always in the game. There's never a time when like both of them were out, you know. So like that's just what I'm saying. Like
Okay,
either Steph Curry
so
or Chris Paul is always gonna be
let's
in the
just
game.
pull up on these things here. Rudy Gay and Trevor Ariza have the exact same 3 point percentage almost. He's a bit Rudy Gay is a bit better from what's it called, the free throw line. Not the free throw, yeah, the free throw line.
I
And
still think Ariza's a
he
better shooter
averages
though
he
because
averages 7 more points per game than him.
I know, but like Rudiger needs the ball in his hands a lot more than I don't think Ariza even needs the ball in his hands at all, except for what he like needs to do, I guess. But
And
I
he
don't know.
averages more rebounds and more assists.
Um, I mean, it.
And he averages more blocks. They have the same in terms of steals,
See,
turnovers.
I'm not denying that Rudiger is a better player. I just feel like Rudiger has a bigger role in his team than Ariza does in his team. So I don't know.
I know, but you say he doesn't need the ball in his hand, but again, there's no one in my on my bench who like is there's no James Harden who needs the ball. So if he's the better player, and it's not like anyone else is hogging up the ball too much because Joe Ingles is a
Okay,
great
I don't know.
teammate.
Sorry for using an argument, but like if he was in the game with Steph Curry or with or with Chris Paul,
So then you
then he
move
would
Steph
fit
Curry to
better.
the bench. You can't say you can't
You know,
use
but
like what
the
you're
bench
doing
and
is
the
you're saying Chris Paul gives you the edge over Kyle Lowry, and since JJ Redick is playing with Chris Paul, he gives you the edge over Mike Conley. That's not how it works. You can
okay, no,
Chris Paul
I
can't
know.
play. He's not playing
But it
48 minutes,
depends
is he?
no, but like okay, I feel like we shouldn't be comparing player by player because we have to compare like how the lineups are gonna be played, you know? Because I feel like whenever Reddick's in, either Curry or Paul is gonna be in, so they can play that like that.
Let's just do individual players then. You yourself said Rudy Gay is a better player, so I'm gonna take this. We can do the lineups later.
Yeah,
Joe
but
Ingles, Iguodala. Who do you
I'm
think?
just arguing based on the lineups. I think Ingles is a better shooter, but Iguodala like always wins. Like not a he's a winner, so I don't know.
Okay, Sean, it really helps when you're on the greatest team of all time. You know that, right?
I don't know, but like even last year, like the Heat roster wasn't that like talented, and he
Okay,
came in the.
it's not like he had a huge role to play or anything like that. But
I know,
certainly,
but no, but it's not just it's not like the talent. It's like the winning aspect he brings to the team, if that makes sense. Like he's not actually a good player. He's not even
so
like
you're gonna say Andre Iguodala was the driving force, the engine of that 73-win Warriors team. He was what made them. He was
not the
what made.
Warriors. No, but like he's proved that he brings something to the locker room because that Heat team honestly didn't look like they were like the fifth seed when he came when he came I mean I think
They went up to the fourth seed. It's not a very big deal.
they actually ended up as the fifth seed, but still like I don't know. I just feel like like they like he's just like a winner, but I feel like Ingles is a better player, so I guess the edge goes to Ingles.
He's 4 years younger. He's 4 years younger than him, and do you really see a 37-year-old playing good defense? And when you consider he
I think
has
he's still a better defender than Ingles.
and okay, but like how
Yeah,
much better?
Ingles is a lot
He's
better
gonna be
offensive player.
marginally better. He's 37, and effective field goal percentage is not is in his
No,
face. In
like,
his
no, I'm
favor.
just wondering, no,
He averages
why
10
does
points
everybody
per
value
game.
him so high? Like, why does everybody value him so high? Like, there's got to be a reason.
He's a better
Team.
playmaker also.
No, I'm saying no, very good. I'm saying why does everybody like value Iguodala really high? Because like people are like, oh,
Who
we're gonna
values
trade
him
it.
super highly?
Like in the trade market last year, everybody was like trying to get him,
They
and he got
valued him
traded.
highly because he was so old that you didn't have to give it. You didn't have to give much for him. That's why, like, I mean,
No,
you're not
I
gonna say
mean
he was
he,
he was worth more than Chris Paul, are you? Like, he was valued because he realized you could like he could help you win now or something. And I'm
no
pretty sure
look, Miami,
If
my,
Joe
my,
Ingles
my,
managed the trade market, he also would be worth a decent amount.
but Miami traded Justice Winslow, Dion Waiters, James Johnson, and a first round pick just for Iguodala. Like
They got other players also. They got Jay Crowder.
and and
They
they
got
paid him. Oh yeah, they
Jay
got Jay
Crowder's
Crowder.
the centerpiece of that trade.
Maybe, but Jay
What do you
Crowder
mean,
wasn't
maybe?
having
He
a good
guarded
season.
Giannis, your best player in the league. He guarded him.
When did I ever say Giannis is the best player in the league?
Yes, you did. The whole playoffs, you're defending him.
But I never said he was better than LeBron. I just said he was not getting. He doesn't deserve the hate that he was getting. Um, no, I just no. Also, they paid him 2 year, 30 something $1 million extension. I don't know. There's got to be a reason for it, you know.
I mean, I think they paid him for 2 years because that's when Giannis was coming. So I don't think they paid him because of. I think they paid him just because they had money splashing around.
No, and all of the NBA was like, oh, he just got a good dollar. Like they're now like contenders and stuff and
I mean,
all
it
this
wasn't
stuff. I don't
Andre
know.
Iguodala that made them that great.
Because Crowder wasn't actually having a good season either before he joined the Heat, but then he became like an X factor on the Heat when he like came in, I guess. So yeah,
Still, do you really think he's better than Joe Ingles?
I don't think. See, I think Ingles is a better player talent wise, but like if you just look at the like, I'm just like saying I'm just wondering why there's a reason that like is valued that high. That's just what I'm saying. But yeah, Ingles wins
I'm
this
sure if
matchup.
Joe Ingles came, they would have had an even bigger thing for Joe Ingles.
I don't know, like I'm not like the whole like NBA atmosphere was like going crazy when Iguodala got traded and everything. That's it. Like
No,
it seemed like
he
a
wasn't
star
even
player
the
got
centerpiece of
traded.
that trade. He wasn't even the
Huh?
centerpiece of that trade. You can't make that argument.
He was centerpiece of that like
No, he wasn't.
like
Are you gonna say Jay Crowder was a worse player than him?
at that moment the Heat
A
were
moment
like
he played 0 minutes. He was too old to play defense. He couldn't really hit shots anymore. Jay Crowder was the same thing as him, just better.
no but like people like that's not how people like look at the trade. Everybody says the Andre Iguodala trade and people didn't even realize that Jay Crowder got traded and all
Okay,
this
John, that's
stuff
what
and
people are saying. Do you think who was the centerpiece of that trade?
like looking back at it, it
Who was the centerpiece
was
of that trade?
no I know like Crowder's a better player, but the centerpiece of that
Okay,
trade
okay,
was
okay, okay.
Iguodala. Like
Forget it. We're
they
going
did the
on a
trade for Iguodala.
we're going to player to player basis. Who's the better player?
Crowder.
No, Ingles or Iguodala.
Oh, Ingles.
Okay, no debate. Okay, Thaddeus Younger, Aaron Baines.
Um, I think Daddy Suck's a better player, but you kind of think Aaron Baines is so.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
how tall is Thaddeus? Because you need a big guy. How tall is he? He's 6'8", 235. And Aaron Baines is 6'10", 260. So they're not too different.
Aaron Baines has one advantage over him, which is shooting the 3-point shot. But if you don't like,
Yeah,
I
he
don't know.
shoots it better.
That's really it because like Daddy Sung's a good defender and he's also a good playmaker, like decent playmaker and decent rebounder. But I think Aaron Baines has a shooting advantage. So if that's um if that's like big enough of a difference, then I guess Aaron Baines wins the debate. But I don't know.
I think let's just keep this one as like sort of a tie. Both somewhat comparable. Okay, so Let's just look at this team in the whole way. So you've got better guard play, but then from all of the forwards and bench guards and bench forwards, I've got better players. Center is the same. Um, which team is better?
Um, I don't know. I actually feel really confident in this team compared to my other teams I've built. I just feel like with Chris Paul and Steph Curry, um, and
I've
PJ
got
Tucker,
Kevin
and
Durant.
I know, but I feel like with Ariza, PJ Tucker, and Paul Millsap as my like depth lineup or whatever, I feel like we can
What do
kind of.
you can't have those guys as your death lineup because he's 6'11", 6'10". He's also 6'10". He's 7 foot something. You can't. Paul Millsap is what 6'9", 6'10". He's 6'5", and Ariza's 6'8". You can't have those
But like Aldridge, see, Aldridge isn't really a physical
look. The
like.
average height of your team would be 6'3", really like 5'11" or something, at best 6 feet, 6'5". Paul Millsap's 6'9" or something. He's the tallest player on your team, and 6'8". Whereas my guys would be 7 foot.
Isn't Horford 6'10"?
What you said? He's not in your death lineup.
Oh yeah,
Said Ariza.
I know,
Kyle
but
Lowry, six
like
feet.
the height advantage doesn't like wouldn't make that big of a difference
I mean,
if
who's
my
gonna
team was
guard
just
Durant? Who's gonna
outscoring.
guard Durant? I can make a pretty good argument. Rondo's a good defender. He can slow down Durant to Curry to a reasonable level. Kevin Durant's just gonna shoot over everyone.
I don't know, like if you look at the Rockets Warriors series, I feel like with you if you're able to put like Tucker and Ariza, like he's still gonna score like 20, but I don't think he can score 30 if that makes sense. Like I don't and anyways, like even if you have Durant playing as
I
well,
mean, he was
like
there.
I feel
He
like
was
you don't have.
there. He wasn't gonna score 30 because defenses get better, and no one scores 30 in the playoffs, especially not when you have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and all those guys. So I don't think you can hold that against him. Plus, these guys were all like 3 years younger, so
I don't know. I
they're
feel
better
like
at defense.
like to me the I feel like my team's like more talented just because Chris Paul is like
Okay,
better than.
how is your team more talented if okay, you got better guards, but it's not earth shattering. I've got the edge here, 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 and
But
this one's
because
the same.
see, to me, I feel like I don't know how to explain like based on the roles, like my guys are more talented. It's kind of weird. I just feel really confident in
How?
this team. I don't
Because
know why.
how? I mean, just think about it. So what you're trying to say is your team fits better. It's like sort of the same thing with Lakers and Clippers, where the Clippers are a better roster, but the Lakers just fit much better.
I
But
don't know. I feel like
But
like
look, my best player is better than your best player. My best player is better than your best player, and I've got such a huge talent advantage that
I don't think you have a really big challenge. Like because I
okay,
feel
John,
like
one,
Dragic.
2, 3, 4, 5,
No, I
6,
know, but
7 players.
okay.
I
Can
have
I can
better.
I just make an argument? Can I just make an argument? I feel like you put Dragic over Lou Williams automatically, but I feel like Lou Williams is a better player. I feel like Dragic's really overrated. And then I also I made like in my opinion Redick was better than Mike Conley, so that's another thing.
Okay,
And
Sean,
then
double, and triple the stats.
I know, but that's just like I'm just talking about talent wise. Like they're better players. Like I don't know how to explain, but
How is
like
he a better player if his stats are getting doubled,
why
doubled?
why is Dragic better than Lou Will?
What?
Why is Dragic better than Lou Will?
Look at him in the playoffs. Who played better?
Like he didn't really like. Everybody says he made such a big like impact, but to me it was more like Tyler
Lou
Hero
Williams is
and
terrible. Lou Williams is terrible in the playoffs, and he couldn't do a thing on offense. And let's not even talk about how bad he is on defense and how every single team exploits him on the defensive side of the ball.
I know,
Same thing
but
with JJ Redick.
he's still he's
I don't
so much
understand how
better
you
than.
can say your bench backcourt is fine when these two are two of the worst defenders in the whole NBA.
But like I feel like they're just so much more talented on the offensive side that it doesn't matter.
Okay,
And
double, double, and triple on the offense side of the ball. How are they more
but if
talented?
you it's
And
not
and Mike
because
Conley's shooting better from three than JJ Redick. So in which way is JJ Redick better? Let's just go through all of the facets of the game.
like
Defense, who's
no
better?
I
Defense,
no
Mike
you're
Conley isn't anything special at this stage in his career, but JJ Redick's the worst defender in the NBA. So let's go. Defense, that goes to defense, that goes to Conley.
no
Okay,
okay
shooting,
no
shooting. I agree. Career-wise, his career has been made off of that. But this year, Conley's the better shooter.
not a better
Stats.
shooter.
What? Look at the
Like
season.
okay no
Stats,
but like
Conley's
if you
better.
just if you look at Reddick there's
playmaking.
no
He
argument
can't
that
play make. He can't play make at all. Conley's better. There's literally nothing that he's better at.
no,
Conley does everything.
Reddick's 100 times better shooter than Conley will ever be. Like even if you're just looking at this year's statistics, like
Okay, let's
almost
let's look at this year's statistics.
NBA player. Stop looking at this year's statistics. Like I understand that
15 games. I mean,
but still,
why
like
not just try that? He's shooting 42.
there's no way that you can make the argument that Mike Conley is even as close of a shooter to JJ Redick. Like Redick is is way better of a shooter. Like to me, it's just that's just what
Okay,
I'm
those
saying.
are his stats. And JJ Redick, on the other hand, these are his stats.
I know, but like it just doesn't. It's just not.
So
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
minutes per game, sure, but it's only a 10 minute per game difference. So this is Conley. He gets the advantage here. He's a significantly better shooter here. Significantly better shooter here.
can we just look at the last 2 years before this at least,
This
or
is better.
like
This is better. This is better.
can we not look at 15 games? Can we look at last 2 years before this?
Why? You're using the years past, but these guys are old.
Dude,
They're getting worse.
you don't make that. It doesn't make that big of a difference, and there's it's just not a big enough sample size for me. Like Reddick might have like an injured thumb or something right now. You just don't know. Like there's
If
not
he
enough.
has an injured thumb, he's not a better player.
What do you mean?
If he's injured, he's not a better player. Who's better?
But like
An
we're
injured LeBron or Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant's a better player because LeBron is injured.
we're not counting injuries. We're counting just who's a better player. You know.
Okay, Nishan, he's played terrible. There's no debate in this. If you really want to say
I
your
think
team, if you really want to argue your team
I
is better, you can live with that. But I mean, I don't even believe that your team is like better built than mine, and you're not going to argue that my team is less talented than yours. Let's just end it here then. If you're not going to compromise.
I don't know. I just you and me have like you and me have different NBA opinions, and it's hard to make an argument because we value like different roles and things like that, and us different players are better than other players. So, and we look at like different statistics and stuff. So it's just hard to the argument, I guess, for either way.
All right, thanks for listening to this episode of the Momentum Shift podcast. Catch you in the next one.